And ladies and gentlemen, after 20 minutes of trying to figure out why this thing wasn't working, we're back. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm sick of it, Ethan. I'm sick of it. I'm turning into a villain and no one can stop me.
Yeah, I don't know
Sorry,
I don't know why it was taking so long.
Because nothing ever comes easy with us. Ever. So here's a couple things. We haven't posted in like a month. Here's our excuse. First off, here's how we started out. We filmed a couple videos and we went into Christmas break and we were like, okay, whatever. Then I had surgery on my shoulder. Okay. That's why I've got this sling on. Had surgery. We're going to come back and start filming again. Last week, boom, I got in a wreck. So had surgery, got in a wreck. Currently have the 1 month Wukong flu that I've been battling. And we're also getting sued. We can't say by who, because apparently if this person wanted to be on the channel and then they were on the channel and then they regretted it or something and then think they can sue us. So we're being sued. I got in a wreck and totaled my car. I had surgery, have the Wukong flu, and there's something else. What else am I forgetting? I didn't have a Valentine. That's the worst thing.
21st round Rocket League tournament exits.
Someone help me find a Valentine. No one over 180 pounds. Contrary to popular belief.
It's crazy.
Anyway, so let's just go through the things. I'm titling this video, I'm becoming a villain, by the way, Ethan, and I'm just gonna have like this picture of me like
you just say we're getting sued via Adam Sandler.
We're getting sued, got in a wreck, had surgery, have the Wukong flu, and I want to add one more thing to the end of that. Like
weight gain or something.
What's something like really bad about someone?
0 free time.
And past a kidney stone. How about that?
Give birth. Popped a Hemi.
Ethan's pregnant. How about that?
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoid
cluster.
So anyway, do you want to talk about the suing thing at all? What did that person say they were suing us for?
Because he was chomping at the bit to be on the channel, and then I'm sure you guys can guess who. I'll give you guys a hint. We won't say his name, but we basically made his bed in high school. We did everything for him. We let him hang out with us. And then
paid for thousands of dollars worth of meals and took him to prom.
Bought him clothes.
Rarely got to thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
And then he decided to bite the hand that fed him for years. It's a real class act on his end.
I'm starting to feel nauseous. Why? So I'm sorry we didn't post for a while, but cut us a little bit of slack. We had some stuff going on.
This isn't our 9 to 5.
Huh?
This isn't our 9 to 8. Rocket League takes priority.
We've been thinking about putting some videos of us playing games, Rocket League and such, and we're gonna start going live on TikTok more. Help us get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can collab with people.
Yeah. Who would our first collab be? Danny Duncan.
Yeah.
Key one.
Jack Del Rio. Okay, so we're also joining the FBI. We've discussed this. That's what we're gonna do.
FBI.
What else?
We gotta react to some of the videos.
You want to?
Yeah, I think we got to.
Okay. Ouch. Sorry. There's a bunch of screws on my desk and I stabbed myself in the hand. TikTok. I try to scream.
When I need it, I can count on you.
Was he CIA?
Yeah. Classic.
Here we go.
I get home from a day where, I broke into some guy's house
Shit.
and planted a camera on a bug. And I get home and she'd say, "How's your day?" I'd say, "Great. What'd you do?" "Not a darn thing." And then my phone would ring at, midnight, and a guy would say,
"The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain."
and I'd say,
I
"Mare's
mean,
notes
to meet
and
in the
does
parking
notes."
lot too. Yeah.
And that means meet me at the yacht club parking lot in 3 hours. And then I'd leave. She would say, where are you going? It's midnight.
"I gotta work."
So I'd leave. I'd do my meeting. I'd come home 6 o'clock in the morning, just in time to shower and shave and get dressed to go to work. And she would say,
"What was her name?"
and I remember this one terrible time. That's what she said to me. What was her name? The truth is,
"I had been sitting in a garbage dumpster, waiting for a guy to drive by down the alley and throw a bag of documents in. And I stunk.
of garbage. And I said to her,
Do I seriously smell to you like I've been with a woman? Seriously."
so we ended up getting a divorce. I get home from a day where
That's hard
halfway through.
because like you can't tell anybody that you're an agent, even like your close family. It seems like. So like,
That's crazy.
how would
You
you
can't tell your wife?
How would you have a good relationship if you couldn't tell your wife what you freaking do for work, or where you're
I feel
at?
like you'd have to tell your wife.
Yeah, I feel like you got to, even if you're not.
But then
allowed
maybe you don't get in as deep as this guy has. You know what I'm saying? Because he sounds like he's in pretty deep.
to. Yeah, he got divorced because of that, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The week on Wednesday, we got into an argument, and I
Called him a racist.
which he was. He was so angry. His face got all red, he clenches his teeth, and he balls up his fists, right? And I thought to myself, I went too far. And I put up my hands to protect myself because I thought, here it comes. And he's going to knock me out. This is how strong and tough he was. I put up my hands, and he goes,
"My penis is bigger than yours."
and halfway through the week on Wednesday.
Okay.
No, thank God. My children asked me that. And I told them very proudly that I have never taken any action that resulted in the death of another human being.
There's one kind of half exception.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, have you?
And I think
Yeah.
about this all the time. In 1993, I guess it was in the morning meeting, and the secretary came in, and she said, "John, General Powell is on the phone for you. Call him Powell." And I said, "General Powell? How does he know who I am?" And she said, "I don't know, but he asked for you by name." My boss is like, "Well, go answer the phone." So I went to my desk, and I said, "Good morning, General Powell. This is John Kiriakou." And he says,
"John, if the Iraqis were going to kill the president, who would actually be in charge of that operation?"
I said, "Kuwait operations are run from the Iraqi Intelligence Service's Basra station, the director of the Iraqi Intelligence Service." He says, "Where does he sit?" I said, "Baghdad." "Where exactly in Baghdad?" He gave me the address. He says, "Thank you." And he hangs up the phone. 8 hours later, we fired
47 cruise missiles into Iraqi Intelligence Service headquarters, and we killed the janitor.
So the next day, I said to my boss,
I killed that janitor.
"You haven't killed anybody." "No, thank God."
I'll give you another example. I've never told this story.
Messed up.
I was asked by
I don't know
headquarters.
if I want to watch it.
I had to.
What'd you say?
Also, speaking of the Middle East, I was going to talk about, before I forget to mention it, the wreck that I got in was not my fault. And I got called racist for talking about the guy's race. Like an Arabic guy hit my car, and they're like, "That's racist." And I said, no, that's literally not racist. It's just a true fact. It's like if I got in a wreck, it'd be like a white guy hit my car. Okay, how's that? Is that racist? No, a white guy hit your car. So, and they're like, "Well, what does that have to do with anything?" Well, it has to do with something when they come up to you and you try to interact with them and they speak little to no English. And he comes up to me and he goes, I did not see you. I did not see you. And I said, "How did you not see me?" And he said, I drive for Uber. And I said, "What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?" "That's cool. You don't anymore, buddy. Hate to break it to you, but your Uber days are over." And I'm sorry if that offended someone by me just talking about the guy.
Go to the White House on the morning of September 11th, 2001, with the director of the CIA's Counterterrorism Center, Ambassador Kofor Black. And I walked over to his office to tell him that our car was ready to take us to the White House. And when I got there, his secretary had a small TV on her desk because you couldn't watch TV on your computers back then. And the news was on, and
One of the towers of the World Trade Center was burning.
I said,
What happened to the World Trade Center?
She said a plane had flown into it. And I said,
Ah, well, you know,
it's so clear today. How can you not see that you're
flying into the World Trade Center.
And as soon as I said it,
The second plane hit.
and she turned to me and she said, did you see that? Or did I imagine it? And I ran back to my office and I said, guys, 2 planes just hit both towers of the World Trade Center.
I think we're under attack.
I had to go to the
Okay.
And there
Horrible.
was a woman
You're
in
so
this foreign
scary.
intelligence service who was
This is our favorite one, isn't it?
It's the most messed up.
The ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life.
like, you want to avert your eyes. Like, she came off the
Side of Notre Dame.
She was a stone gargoyle with a giant,
Mole right here with a giant hair coming out of it.
that kind of ugly. So I asked her just to meet me privately for lunch on Saturday. Don't tell anybody. And she agreed. And I was like, oh my God. She said yes. And I ran back to the office. I was like, she said yes to a lunch on Saturday alone. And my boss says, okay, here's what I want you to do.
I want you to fuck her. And I said, what? I said,
Have you ever seen her? And he said, I know, but we're the good guys.
and you're gonna have to take one for the team. And I go, oh my God. I said,
I go, okay, I'll do it. And there was,
I want to know more about that one.
So crazy.
and so he pulls out the Polaroids.
and again, these are like hardcore gay, anal.
And he lays them out. And he says, is this torture? These men, they're torturing each other. Should they be sent to Guantanamo? And these guys are old. So they're like, they have their trifocals on. And they're like, one of them picks it up and he goes, like this. He goes,
Oh, not good. This haram. Not good.
and the other one, he hands it to the other one.
Oh, no. This not good.
And they just set it down. And they just look at him. Like, damn it.
Nothing's happening.
So he,
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
How?
I was things like murder, rape, robbery.
Bestiality.
And the guy says, what was that last one? And my friend says,
I knew I had him.
I know which one I want to see.
Hey, listen, you need a drink or the plan was, I asked him if, so my boss calls me.
Classic.
So my boss calls me. It was, part of it was classroom instruction. So we had a break. I said, General, with all due respect.
I remember this one guy who wouldn't.
At the end of the what's the cool,
What's the worst?
I watched,
Does torture?
are hitmen real? Yes.
All right.
At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets every Tuesday morning.
No, it's not this one. It's not. It's one where he's like at a side view. Is it this one? Why is there no audio?
Because you're going to be gay for a minute. Rip off your clothes.
It's not that one. It's weird how many times gayness gets brought up and with this guy. It's this one, I think. Right?
Do you remember that?
Classic.
I studied that for a long time. They killed a guy in a hotel room in Dubai. And then after they killed him,
We were somehow able to lock the door from the inside of the hotel room.
and we tried like magnets and different ways. We couldn't figure out how they did it. Like a latched door. They did the latch and this one. And the guy's in there dead. And the hotel couldn't even get it open.
Yeah, they ended up sending somebody in from the back.
Okay. Me and Ethan are joining the CIA if all else fails in our life. We'll tell you that for free. Probably shouldn't say that. CIA, it was the lie detector. Yeah.
She hooks me up, and it's funny. They put a cuff on you like
They just can't make this guy's voice normal in any of these, can they? 'Cause this is like close, but it's not.
they're taking your blood pressure, and then they put these electrodes on your fingertips. Then they put a belt around you to measure your breathing. Then they put electrodes on your ankle. And there was one other that they did. Like, was it on my temple? I don't remember anymore. So you have to sit there like this and you can't move. You just have to be as still as possible. And you have to answer all the questions, yes or no. Because the thing doesn't detect anything else. It just detects bodily reactions, increases in your heart rate or respiration, sweating. It's very, very sensitive to sweating. So he said, now they're going to ask you some very disturbing questions that may make you upset. He said, just answer the question, yes or no. Don't think about it. If they say, have you ever killed anybody? Say, no. Don't think about what it might feel like to kill somebody. Just say no and focus on the spec. She hooks me up.
Okay, that's not the video I
And
wanted.
And they start asking you questions. Have you ever committed a violent felony? No. Have you ever used a weapon in a crime? No. And then they get, into more mundane things. Are you financially responsible? Yes. Have you ever shoplifted anything? No. Have you ever taken anything from the office worth more than $20? No.
Have you ever had sex with a man? And she just threw that one at me like a grenade.
Like a grenade.
I could feel my heart going like this, like she's trying to trip.
Yeah. And she says, let's take a little break.
You're sweating profusely. I can tell that you're nervous.
I said, yeah, you kind of threw that question out there like a grenade into the middle of the room. She said, it's a standard question. I said, I understand. So I just kind of sat there for a couple of minutes and got my heart rate to slow down. And then she said, I'll be
honest with you, you are reacting to one of the questions. Which was bullshit. I was not reacting to one of the questions.
All right, that's good enough.
Being a lie detector test would be sketch.
I mean, it depends on what they're asking me about. I don't really have anything to hide, I don't think.
No, but I feel like I would still get nervous for some reason.
No, yeah, definitely still be nervous, but that's hilarious. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen the same clip of that guy. I feel like I've seen those I don't know. It's never the same clip.
No, it's not. All right. Thank you guys for watching. And we... What?
Punk rock.
Huh?
I agree.
Okay. We'll be back again someday. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.